took them. It consumed them.
Hi, I'm Sadie Guinness, and I'm going to tell you what the just happened in the Legacies season finale. And after you watch this, please check out more of our What the videos. The Vampire Diaries, an original spinoff, concluded its first season with a major twist that literally reset everything for season 2. After escaping the Triad forces at the Salvatore School, Hope goes to the Triad headquarters where Landon is fighting the Headless Horseman who is trying to throw the third key into Malivore. Together, they kill the Headless Horseman, and then Landon's brother Clark shows up, and Landon kills him too, but not before Clark manages to throw the third key into the Malivore pit. While they're waiting for Malivore to rise, they're like, I love you too. By the way, the pit is actually my dad.
Ooh, we have a lot to catch up on.
And my dad is an immortal, monster-eating golem. What do we do? And that's when it clicks for her.
There's always a loophole.
And she realizes that she is the loophole. We all saw this coming. She is the only witch-werewolf-vampire hybrid. Those are the 3 species that created Malivore. Obviously, she's gonna be key to stopping it. And so she kills Landon, just snaps his neck. He goes down. She calls Alaric and is like,
I'm the loophole.
I'm jumping in the pit.
All right.
Clark resurrects and is like, go for it, honey. I hate my dad. I was just afraid of him. That's the only reason I wanted to bring him back. Please kill him. And she's like, no. It's not that easy. Cast a mimic spell so that he is forced to then jump into Malivore with her. And then Landon resurrects with all his Phoenix magic, looks down, the pit is totally gone, and I guess so is Hope Michelson. She's not really, though. There is absolutely no way that Hope is actually gone for good. When my coworker Lindsay spoke to creator Julie Plec about this, she really wouldn't say too much about what happens with Hope now. But when Lindsay asked if there's a chance that maybe someone will find a clue or evidence of Hope's existence, Julie said that that is definitely possible and that there is an actual pitch for that to happen next season. Next season is going to focus a lot on how everyone is kind of struggling without Hope in their lives and feeling really incomplete but not knowing why. And in the Genie episode, we saw how up things were when Hope wasn't around. Hopefully things don't go that dark, but it's probably not going to be too great for everyone when season 2 returns, because apparently Hope is what makes everything work. We are totally eventually going to see Hope again, so then you have to wonder, where is she if she allegedly destroyed Malivore? But she probably didn't destroy Malivore. I don't know what I'm saying, Aaron. And if she had done that, she would have wound up destroying herself in the process. So what did Hope actually do? I think that by jumping into Malivore, she just wound up closing that sort of entrance to it, and now she's probably just trapped inside that endless blackness. But unlike everyone else in Malivore, I don't think Hope is going to be alone. Because of the mimic spell she placed on him, you should bet your ass that Clark is going to be right there with her, just miming everything she does, trapped in this hell dimension. Yeah, sure, he's an asshole, but also, at least that's someone to talk to. As for why Hope didn't actually destroy Malivore by jumping in the pit, my theory is that it's because she isn't an actual tribred yet. She hasn't activated her vampire side, so maybe that's only why it kind of worked, but didn't actually kill Malivore. No matter the reason, you should expect Malivore to be sticking around for a really long time. Julie told us that they're actually taking a page out of Harry Potter and they're gonna make Malivore the show's Voldemort and have him be this ongoing big bad that we're gonna have to be dealing with maybe for seasons to come. And after spending an entire season as a passive pit, it's just so insane. I am really just hoping that next season we actually meet Malivore. Maybe when they get Hope out, they have to somehow bring him with them. I'm hoping that he's absorbed enough human DNA that when we do eventually meet Malivore, he's not gonna be a golem anymore. He's gonna be a hot CW dad. I mean, every CW show has a hot dad. The other big ongoing storyline this season has been about Lizzie and Josie eventually having to undergo the merge, which, if you didn't watch Vampire Diaries, is the Gemini Coven's process of selecting a leader. Basically, whenever twins are born into the coven, when they turn 22, they have to undergo this ceremony where they fight to try and take the other one's magic and power, and the stronger one absorbs the weaker twin's power and kills them, and in the process takes on some of their traits. And the entire Gemini Coven has their lives and power bound to the leader, so if their leader dies and there's no one to replace them, then the entire coven is killed off, as we've seen before.
It goes deeper than that.
But even though that Josie and Lizzie are the the last 2 remaining Gemini Coven members, the curse of the merge still applies to them. In the finale, Alaric finally revealed the truth about the merge to the twins. So now the question on everyone's minds, including Lizzie and Josie's, is like whether one of the twins is actually gonna have to kill the other one. And if so, who's it gonna be? Or maybe they're gonna find a way around this whole thing by one or both of them becoming a heretic. Heretics are witch-vampire hybrids like Kai Parker or Lillian Salvatore, and if Lizzie or Josie were to become a heretic, it would be a very easy way of like circumventing the merge and no one having to die, if you don't count like dying to become a vampire death. Also, an added bonus for whoever would become a heretic is that being this witch-vampire hybrid, it would allow siphoners like the twins or like Kai in the past to have a limitless supply of magic, because then you can just siphon off your vampire half. So it would actually wind up like making whoever becomes a heretic like much more powerful. But here's my issue, is that how would this merge even work since Lizzie and Josie are both siphoners? Neither one of them has magic for the other one to try and merge or steal, because neither of them have magic of their own. I don't think that should technically be possible, but I think we're just gonna ignore that logic and pretend that this is somehow gonna work. There's also like this a little bit out of the box theory that maybe they are gonna try and break Kai out of his prison world and use him in the merge instead of one of the twins, like siphoning his magic and killing him for good. However, this would mean that whichever twin actually like merged with Kai, they would take on some of his characteristics, which isn't too appealing. Even if Kai isn't brought back to merge with one of the twins, I definitely think he is gonna show up eventually. That was really hinted at when Lizzie and Josie found the Ascendant in that box Alaric had hidden in his office.
Big shocker. Dad's hiding something from us.
And in case you forgot, an Ascendant is a mystical device that is used to like channel celestial powers and open portals to new dimensions. And it's basically the way in and out of prison worlds. And the one that the twins saw, and the reason it was so familiar, is because it was actually the Ascendant that they helped Bonnie create in Vampire Diaries Season 8 so they could trap Kai in the 2018 karaoke prison world. What a place. What a hell. If you want to call me. I'm really hoping that the Ascendant is going to be used next season to either on purpose or accidentally bring Kai back into our world. But the problem is, Chris Wood needs to agree to come back. We know Julie really wants Chris to make a cameo in Legacies, and she did say anytime you see a key to the lock that would open the door to Kai, you should be both super excited and super terrified. But she said that Chris Wood has not agreed to come back, and so everything is just hypothetical. Maybe we'll see Kai again. Please, Chris Wood. In addition to Alaric and Dorian, plus cameos from Matt, Jeremy, Joe, and Roman, Legacy's first season included so many fun nods to the Vampire Diaries in the originals. Here are a few of my favorites. In Lizzie's second and third wish worlds, we also find out that Klaus is still alive, and in her second wish, we see that Klaus is actually on the run from Triad, apparently with his wife, Caroline, according to a newspaper clipping labeling the pair as enemies of the state. Probably the most subtle Easter egg was during Landon's resurrection, when some very perceptive fans noticed that the song playing at that moment was the same song that played when Elijah announced his intention to die alongside his brother Klaus in the original season finale. After meeting a genie, Lizzie's wish that Hope never came to the Salvatore school is granted. In that world, Lizzie can't help but marvel at the decrepit state of the school, and Josie reveals
Damon Salvatore has been as generous as he can be, but he and Elena have kids of their own that they need to take care of.
Delana babies, one of them is named Stephanie. Even outside Malivore and the merge, there were so many things that were left unanswered in the season finale, so why don't we break down some of the biggest burning questions. Is Alaric going to be fired from the Salvatore school? The whole reason Triad was able to infiltrate them was by using his contingency plan. And so Alaric went to the students and was like, I didn't trust you guys, I f***ed up, I'm sorry. The honor council gets to vote on whether I stay or not. Problem is, the honor council is Josie, Caleb, Emma, who is gone, Raphael, who's stuck as a wolf, and Hope, who everyone just forgot about. So if it's just Caleb and Josie voting, it might be a tie. I don't know what happens then. But either way, I think he's probably gonna be fired. When we spoke to Julie, she said if he is ousted from this place he dedicated the past like 10 plus years of his life to, it's gonna be a dramatic shift for Alaric, and she doesn't know how he's gonna get through that. I'm betting he's gonna be fired because like why introduce that and then not fire him? What's gonna happen to Raphael now?
He's this.
Hope gave him that like super bootleg version of a moonlight ring, and now he's trapped as a wolf for the foreseeable future because Hope isn't around to magic him back into human form. We saw how messed up Haley was when she was trapped as a wolf for so long, and Raphael's a teenager and already so confused. When we spoke to Julie, she said the effects of this on Raphael are gonna be catastrophic. And so when he eventually does become human again, I don't know if it's going to be the same Raphael that we saw before. I can't help but wonder also what role Triad is going to play moving forward.
What you don't got is magic.
They were definitely one of the big bads of this season, and finding out MG's mom was one of their leader gave it such a close tie to our main characters. However, when we spoke to Julie, she actually said that we may have seen the last of them for now. Apparently, like when MG said, "Mom, you're out of my life," he meant it. And she said that like, yeah, maybe we'll cross paths with Triad, but they're definitely like not gonna be a driving force next season. There are also so many awesome characters we met this season, like Emma, Penelope, and the Gorgon, that it's really unclear if they're gonna come back. The actress who plays Emma is actually now gonna be a series regular on Fear the Walking Dead, so I think that's why she took her sabbatical. But maybe she'll be able to stop by the Salvatore School and make an appearance next season. As for the Gorgon, I absolutely loved her flirting with MG. I think they would be such a fun couple to explore next year. But Julie said the Gorgon would have a much higher chance of coming back if the special effects for the snake hair were a bit cheaper. So hopefully there are some technical advancements and we can get her back full time eventually. I said eventually too many times. Eventually I'll get it right. As for Penelope, basically like the breakout character of this season, in my opinion, she really did go off to Belgium with her family, but Julie said she is really hoping to bring Penelope back in some capacity moving forward, but I don't know if she's gonna be back full time, which is a huge bummer because like Posey all the way, I need Penelope back. She was my favorite. I ship them. Sorry, Aaron. And finally, is Josie gonna snap? All season long, people have been theorizing about whether or not we're gonna see Dark Josie, and there is like a ton of evidence to support this. She set Hope's room on fire because of an unrequited crush, and she shit-talked her sister's mental health struggles and then blamed it on someone else and lied for years. It seemed like we were building towards this big tipping point. In the finale, a lot of that repressed anger, especially with Lizzie, seemed to get resolved, and so I don't think we're gonna get Dark Josie for a little while now, but I do think it's gonna happen eventually. As for what Vampire Diaries and Originals characters we might get in season 2, Julie has her wish list and she shared a few picks with us, including Kai, Bonnie, Caroline, Rebecca, Vincent, and Freya. Personally, I'm hoping for Caroline next season, but let us know which characters you want to see in Legacies season 2 in the comments below. Bam! Oh yeah, we have to do something else.